Welcome to today's positive thought of the day video for August the 29th, and today's video is about problems. So in this video we'll learn about problems, how we deal with them on the material plane and also on the spiritual side. Hopefully you should find this video useful as we all seem to have problems throughout life. So when we're looking at problems, very much we look at them initially on the material side. As a child, maybe going to school, you have problems with trying to get your homework done on time, maybe even bullying at school. There could be, troublemakers at school. Then you become teenager, young adults. You have maybe different problems trying to find the right work that you want, the right job. And then maybe once you've settled down, found a partner, maybe had children, you have different problems in a sense that you've got to look after children. You have to provide for them. So there can be issues regarding, their schooling, ensuring they get dropped off at school, picked up from school on time, ensuring they do their homework. And then in later life, there are, other issues, maybe more regarding health. As we get older and our bodies start to slow down and don't work as well as they did when we were 21. So as you can see in there, that there are different stages, both for us in our life, but also there will be other aspects we'll have problems with, the car breaks down, or the guttering's broken and needs to be fixed, or there's a problem with the plumbing or the kitchen sink. So there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And we know certainly on the material side, if there's a problem with the car, maybe a large banging noise from the engine, take it to a garage. There's very much like experts there who can hopefully diagnose the fault, fix it. Of course, it costs money, but then you get the car back and the car then works. So you've been able to sort the problem out. And once it's been resolved, very much that goes, that sort of like thought goes out of your head, because the car's now reliable and you're using it, day to day. So material problems, we generally understand them quite easily. We can think problem with the car, take it to the garage. Electrical problem in the house, ring up an electrician. So from that point of view, we can generally understand how we deal with problems. But we will also face problems on the spiritual side. And in that aspect, the spiritual problems, and I use the term very loosely, problems, these are actually life lessons from the universe. Because the universe wants to see how we will react. And we must remember that the universe will only give us lessons it knows if we put the thought and the energy into, we can pass. So don't think you've got a life lesson that is impossible to pass. All the universe's lessons, what appears to be problems, can be resolved. So what do we mean by that? I'll give you an example of myself. When I started out trying meditation, I went to a local group. It's actually in a large house, and I went for about 3 months. Didn't really get anywhere, and at that point you start to think maybe meditation's not for me. I'm not very good at it. I can't get any connections with any spiritual guides. I can't feel any energy. I just feel I'm closing my eyes and having a bit of a daydream. So from that point of view, I felt, this isn't working for me, and maybe I should stop. Then I was told about another group, and this was in somebody's home, and it was a very small, what I call like spiritual closed group. There was only 4 or 5 people with the teacher. And when I went to that group, within a few minutes, there was completely different energy, and I've just instantly, there was like a light switch. So all of a sudden, I felt I could meditate. I felt that the energy was completely different, and from that point of view onwards, I've always, been able to do meditation. So it just shows you that the first one was a problem, And rather than, the simple solution, and the first solution I thought about was clearly meditation isn't for me, I can't do it, so I'm going to walk away from it. Clearly that was the wrong answer for the universe, because the universe knew that I should be able to think about, if one teacher's not very good, you look for a second teacher, rather than just say I can't do it. And that sometimes is what you might find, is that if you are being taught by somebody and you're thinking, I don't feel the right energy, I don't feel a connection, then it's maybe not for you, that teacher. Not sort of, in my example, meditation. Or if you're finding you're going to maybe a spiritualist group and you don't find the right connection, then maybe it's worth just walking away from the group and wait for the next teacher to arrive. And from that point of view, then you'll start to see the difference. So sometimes when we maybe make the wrong decision, in my example, going to the wrong group, or going to a group where the energy wasn't right for me, then the universe then gives me a second option. And rather than say I can't do it, with any sort of like problem, sometimes the first reaction is I can't do this, and we get frustrated and become angry and thinking I'm just going to leave it, and we storm off in a bit of a huff. Well, in my example, I felt I can't do this meditation, and considered walking away. And then soon afterwards, that the new teacher arrived, completely different person, and instantly I could see that I could do meditation. It was just the wrong group for me. So when you do get these life lessons, these problems, maybe you're trying to connect with angels and you've tried 2 or 3 times and you just find you don't connect with them. And you probably, you might think, oh, this guy's no good, he does these videos. If he can connect to them and I can't, it's clearly not for me. But that isn't the right way to think about it. Best thing to do is maybe try more meditation, and maybe slow down your mind even more, and then you'll find that the better connection, the better energy, because I speak from experience of working with angels, that it is a fantastic gift to be given. And with any gift like this from the universe, it isn't for me to, in effect, hold on to this information and say, I know more than you. It is, my gift is to give that information to as many people as possible. So, if you do find you have any problems, or, you just can't quite seem to make that connection, then the best thing to do is just put a note in the comments below about any problems you face, and I'll be more than happy to go through them with you and reply. Because you find with any problems, somebody's been there before, somebody's experienced the same problem, and then any teacher, or if you do put a comment, you might find other people respond to the comment, and that's good, because this knowledge is to be shared with all of us. It's not to be held by 1 or 2 teachers, like an ego trip, I know more than you. This is to be shared, and I'm sure there are people out there who are watching these videos and thinking, I can do better than that guy, which is well and good. If they share that information, share their knowledge to others, then that's what the universe wants. It wants all of us to share, and that positive cycle of sharing and helping others and being kind to others with words and deed will make these life lessons seem easier. Because now when I face a problem, instantly I start to think this is a life lesson. The universe knows I can deal with it. I now know I can deal with it, and so I'm confident that no matter what it is, whether it's being made unemployed, I've now thought this has given me the chance to do these like videos, and so there is a positive. No matter what the negative is, there's always a positive that you need to find. So if you do struggle with trying to connect with angels, or trying to have a positive mindset, then just put a note in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to answer anything and trying to give you any of my knowledge that will help you to find the right path and the right direction for you, and turn your sort of, if you have a bit of a negative mindset, into a positive mindset, and then that will help you going forward when you receive the next universal life lesson. So hopefully you found this video helpful, especially when dealing with problems, materially or spiritually. And if you did, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you weren't so keen, even a thumbs down. And if you dropped a note in the comments, I can then respond to try and help anybody out. If you do enjoy the videos, there are 2 a day, the positive thought and the angel of the day, then please hit the subscribe button and the subscribe bell, and you'll be notified when the next video goes live. So hopefully you found this video useful, and hopefully have a really good day today, and until we meet in the next video.